Hello and welcome back. This is episode 213 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where it's almost the freaking end of the year, dude.
It's close, man. It's December now, so we're down the final stretch of games that are getting lower and lower in quality.
Yep, and one of them was Tron, and I was really worried about it.
Yes.
It was because is it anything released December, forget about it.
Yes.
But I am Yuzu Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozaire, and this week we are talking about Fable 3, EA Sports Active 2, Your Shape Fitness Evolved, Tron Evolution, and Apache Air Assault.
Apache what?
Apache Air Assault, son! Apache Air Assault.
Do I need it? Are you trying to tell me something?
I am. Should use some fucking Asian aerosol.
Our new releases include World of Warcraft Cataclysm for you wowheads out there, Kung Fu Live, yeah, and Bejeweled 3. I am very excited.
Yeah, can't get enough Bejeweled.
Can't get enough. But let's get started with Fable 3.
Fable 3.
So, nice rig.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
So I know that we're gonna get some questions just before we get to Fable. People are always just like, "Hey, why don't you guys review Epic Mickey? Hey, why don't you guys review Donkey Kong?" Blah blah.
Yeah.
So we now have 2 shows left before we start doing our best of the year shows. So what we try and do is we try and make at least one major game per episode.
Yep.
So when you guys are like, "Where's this?" It's we try and give ourselves a full week to try really good games or really big games, whether they're good or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what happens. That's why the games get staggered out.
Yeah. So our main plan is I think we have 2 more episodes. So we'll have one for Epic Mickey, one for Donkey Kong Returns, and some other stuff.
And then best of the year.
Yeah, and our new choice.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a little bit later. So
shut your fucking pie hole.
was that what you were really trying to say? Nice.
That's the carrot and the stick.
All right. Fable 3.
Fable 3.
Yeah. So Fable 3. Fable 2. We had mixed reviews on. You didn't like it that much. I liked it okay. But I had some issues with the jobs and some of the other stuff. Right?
Yeah, I did not like Fable 2. Actually, I got really bored of it.
Yeah, what were some of your complaints?
It was a lot of kind of shitty make work stuff. A lot of the relationship stuff felt like it was too much in the way for me. So I would just have to go through boring dialogue trees, or have to go and talk to people, or lead people around, do all this other stuff. And it felt very disjointed.
Yeah, the other thing that I thought was really unneeded was they added the SimCity aspect, right, where you can buy every single house, you can get income if you turn it off for a certain amount of time, or if you go to system menu and then type year 2015, all of a sudden you get you get.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that was the hack.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's just based off of elapsed time. So anyhow, but you do all that to get money in the game, and I guess you could use money, but a lot of it ended up becoming kind of pointless to collect a lot of money.
Yeah, it felt like a grab bag. It felt like people would just Peter Molyneux was just I have had an idea. It's just on a whiteboard, and he's just goats plus money. Real estate.
Yeah, why not?
Superman burping.
All the interns are like, what? Oh, okay.
I know. Oh, God.
We put something in there.
Let's put it in. Molyneux's going to fire us all.
But yeah, from my understanding, they took a lot of the feedback and then actually did something about it. A lot of people were complaining about the lack of story. I didn't mind it so much.
I did. I'm a story gamer.
Yeah, you're a story gamer. I'm not. I like the mechanics of it. It was a fun game to me. Going around killing people. The dog was awesome.
Yeah.
So there's some good stuff on it, but they're trying to fix it with Fable 3.
Yes.
What did they do?
So what they did with Fable 3 was the biggest thing they did is just kind of simplify everything. They take this game and the story becomes you are a prince or a princess, your evil brother's taking over the kingdom.
Yep.
Go and do a bunch of World of Warcraft quests. Honest to God, the whole thing is just everyone you talk to, they've got little quests they can send you out on, and there's always the main quest you could be on. There's all these side quests, and everything is about you get followers. You do a quest, you make friends with somebody, you bring them food, you do whatever, and you get some followers, and then every time you beat a level, they take you to this road, and you can spend the followers. So it's you spend them on, new spells, or more energy, or more health, or
more
this,
ways
or that.
to get more followers,
Yes.
right? I mean, there's all these things about establishing relationships. And
Right.
A lot of the ways you do it, which I kind of agree with you, you were complaining about before, where it's all through different actions, go over there and you burp, or you make a funny face, or you shake their hands. It's like freaking Sims, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's just not fun.
Yeah, that part is not fun.
And you have to do a lot if you want to get. Well, I mean,
haha, that's why I like this game.
Well, yeah, but if you're local, like if you see it, like one of the tricks you can do is you can hold down the right trigger.
Yeah.
And everybody's head, you see a follower item.
Yes.
So to me, that's crack, right?
Yeah.
It's just
to me, I was like, go fuck yourself. Because I did that. So, like, the first hour I was playing the game, I was trying to play it like that. So I'd go up and, you know, like, I would hug somebody and it'd be like, bing, 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 and they'd get a little heart. And then, like, I'd go over and make friends with somebody, give them money, do whatever. And I was getting all these followers like this. And I was like, I'm hating this. I'm hating every second of this.
But then you stopped doing it. I
stopped.
See, I kept doing it. Right?
You're a slow learner.
Well, no, it's the exact same problem I had with Fable 2, where they had the jobs, and they had this way where you can make money, but it was it was like doing an actual job, but I kept fucking doing it. Right? And like I did, well, because the thing is, like all of a sudden, like I know I can get a better weapon if I do this really monotonous thing over and over again. I talking to people. Not only that, they also tied this other thing which killed me. Like you can get quests from people that you cannot do unless you become their friend.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, like one of the first people I did, like first people say, like, huh. So I went high, I did the thing, and you had to do a lot. You have to get them high up, and all of a sudden, boop, a little exclamation part. He's like, oh, you know, hey, I lost something.
Oh yeah, I saw some of those.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just like every single person could potentially be a quest giver. Every single person's gonna be so, and that's annoying. It actually fucks with my gameplay because like I was telling you, like I was kind of tired because I've been trying to play like from 12 to 1 every day.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep playing this fucking game.
Yeah. So I mean, I gotta say, so the biggest mental leap that I got over playing this game is like I don't have to do the shitty stuff. Like if you play this game and you realize this, you're like, I don't ever have to talk to anyone ever. Like you can go up and talk to them if they've got a little quest bubble, and then from the rest of the time, like if you've got followers and you're unlocking shit on the road to whatever the road to riches, whatever they call it, they're like, you can unlock all these gestures, you can unlock being able to get married, you can unlock. I just walked right past them. I was like, I don't want to do anything social in this game. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to hug them. I don't want to burp on them. I don't want to marry them. I don't want to have kids with them. I don't want to buy gifts for them. Like,
you're a bit of a loner then.
I am. I was just like bang, 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 bang. You know, it's like whatever. I walked the lonely road. It's just like people are like, I love you. I'm like, quack.
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that's great. You can do it for one of those things where I have this sort of weird OCD complex where I gotta kind of do everything. Like even that, like Loot Hero.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of jobs they put in the game. It's slightly more fun than the old way of doing it.
Yeah.
Where it's actually almost like you're playing Guitar Hero on the side, right?
Right.
So I did that a lot, and then I saw, I can play level 2 of Loot Hero. Ooh, let me grab that. Do you see what I mean? It's just like, and then I'm like, at some point I did.
And all that does is get you money.
Yeah.
So you can
important.
It is important,
Really important.
but what you can do is what I did.
Yeah.
Is I make some money and then I buy a house and then I make more money. I buy another house and it's like that takes 2 seconds. So here's the really cool thing. In Fable 2, you have to walk from house to house.
Yeah.
Like this house is on sale. This house is on sale.
For the map.
In this one, you get some money. You go to the overworld and you walk to the overworld map and it's just like, here's all the houses for sale. You're like, I want that one. Close. Back to game.
So you actually like that aspect of it?
I loved it.
Well, see, one of the things. Well, I mean, I think that particular thing it definitely makes a lot of sense. But for me, like you're talking about how they made everything kind of more casual.
Yes.
It feels to me like this whole game is our casual RPG.
It is.
Like seriously, like there's no experience points. There's this number you get, which I guess is followers, which is kind of like experience points. You don't go through your menu and increase your strength or any of that. You go to a chest and you open up and it gives you a new magic sword.
Yes. This game is ridiculously easy and simple.
And the combat, like, and that's the other thing too. Like, I actually liked Fable 1's combat. I like Fable 2's combat.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it was at least entertaining, right?
Yeah.
This one is boring. Like, really, really, really.
I found it overly easy, but mildly entertaining.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because you could do things where you would, as I would get more followers, I would buy and combine spells. So I'd combine like the fireball with the lightning, or do whatever else, and you can do like these area of effects, and everybody's getting shocked, and you can combine ice with this and that, and it's just like you can shoot them in the head with your gun.
So I look at that, and remember the Prince of Persia's combat, the most recent one?
Yeah.
It's like I kind of put them on par. So it's like, you could kind of do occasionally interesting stuff with Prince of Persia, but it's really wham, 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 next guy, wham, wham, shoot, wham, wham, spell. Like,
yes. Okay, so let me put my whole opinion of this game in context. Like it is a game that story is interesting despite its numerous faults, right? Like this game
has a lot of freaking faults.
It has a lot of faults. It does. I'm not going to say it's a great game. I mean, that's the thing. Is like all the social shit sucked. All of the fighting was just
which you do a lot of,
but it's just kind of tedious.
Yep.
And it's easy. That's the thing. Is I've played probably 10 hours of the game so far, and I haven't died.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. But But here's the thing. The game, it has some of the best spoken dialogue I've ever seen. It has some of the most beautiful worlds and entertaining stories and interesting things to explore. It's like, it is very, very interestingly casual. It's like reading a nice book.
Well, it's a nice coloring book.
I didn't say it was like, Umberto Eco.
No, you know what it is? It's a fucking choose your own adventure. That's what it is.
It is. You're right.
I mean, it's just like, do I do this or do I do this? And you go there like, oh, I just got decapitated. Just like, let me go back. Right? I mean, there's no challenge.
But it's like a choose your own adventure that's being read to you by John Cleese.
Yeah, that's true.
And some other people.
And it might have been, it's like, actually, like, think of choose your own adventure, but like, say, like, like Rowling, right? Like, it's like a Harry Potter level quality of story, right? Yes. It's entertaining. It pulls you along. What happens to Harry? You want to know.
And there's a lot of collecting. There's like you run around with your dog, and there's like you're finding treasures.
That hated me too. Because the thing that bugged me about that is like every single time you dig something, and like almost always it's gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get gold everywhere, right? There's nothing special. I mean, occasionally you get other stuff, but like, I agree with you. Really, like the writing was really good.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at level quality of like story on like Uncharted, like it's pretty much up there, right? In terms of like how people were talking and all that stuff.
And they had a good sense of humor. Like I was in this shipwreck and we land, and he's just like the guy that I'm with. He's like, let me guess, the only way out of here is through that dark tunnel. Like it's very just kind of it's in the style of Princess Bride or something like that, where it's like it's an epic fairy tale that's self-aware and funny. And
it's got that dry wit from the standard UK British humor, which I liked a lot. But you see, like you're more.
It's not a good game. It's not a good game. Like it's all the gameplay elements are pretty weak.
They really are. So it's like that's to me. It's like I'm still gonna say like it's one of those games where if you don't have anything else to play, it's mildly engaging.
Yeah,
like you're saying, right? It's just, like you're going to be button mashing most of your way through, but really the gems of it are like you were saying. Like I go past somebody and I just hear a random villager say a really funny line. Yeah, and I'm just like, good job. That was really well done. But then you slog through about 10 or 15 minutes of button mashing again. And for me, like when I'm freaking have a kid now and I'm sleeping 4 hours a day. Like I have 1 or 2 hours a day, and honestly, I've tried it 5 times. I played this game 5 times. Half an hour into it, I fell asleep playing the game.
That's
ridiculous. It never happens.
That's ridiculous. You're an old man.
I'm like playing, and all of a sudden, I wake up, I have drool on the pillow, and like, right? And I see, and like, I'm dead. Right? I'm just like, what happens? It's like, seriously, like every weekday, like I've been trying to play this game. And then instead, what I do is I go back and play Pac-Man or any of the score attack modes where like I'm wired in. Yeah. And like, I'm like, whew, I'm
so basically you're saying story games are dead to you. Like, you're never going to be able to enjoy another story game.
Well, no, because like Uncharted, like all these other games, and when they have
we'll see.
Bioshock.
Now you got a kid. Let's see how you play Uncharted now. We will, once we have a really, I want you to come back and tell me which game you do enjoy now that you have a kid.
To be fair, I played a lot of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Yeah. One time I fell asleep during that.
So, and that's like the best game ever.
But there was that part where you're going through the cave right in the beginning of the tutorial, and like, oh yeah, I'm going through a cave, and it's kind of a long cave. It's like 10 minutes long. Yeah, it's really in the beginning. It was like, and I fell asleep again. So it's just I don't know. But yeah, so for me, it's just like it's a rental. It's still a solid. It's an experience. Yeah, that you should try, but. There's a lot of other games out there.
Yeah, so for me, I would say that if you are a story gamer, it is a solid rental. I wouldn't buy it because there's co-op that you could do. I wouldn't really bother all that much with it. I mean, like for me, it's just kind of I like the going through and you're walking through the forest and there's some guys like I really need some money to rebuild this evil temple. And like, you want to give it to him? It's like he's like, yeah, I'll do that. It's just. I very much enjoyed the elements of story and everything. But I mean, like we said, is if you want hardcore elements to your game, I mean, this is cotton candy. This is just a super fun, casual experience.
Here's Dragon Age. Yeah. Here's Fable 3. Yeah. I mean, it's
just Demon Souls is like you can't even see it. Demon Souls is way up there somewhere.
Yeah, and it's just like honestly, one of the things about this game, it kind of scares me. Because, like, you look at how everybody's saying, like, here's the casualization of games. You have Connect, you have Move, you have all these other ones.
It's true.
And now you're taking pretty much a huge, like, franchise called Fable and dumbing it down. Like, to the level of you still kind of enjoy it, which is fine. The story is really good and all sorts of stuff, but I'm worried they're going to start doing that to other games. Like what happens with Mass Effect? All of a sudden, you only have one button you have to worry about, right?
It's true.
If
BioWare then you look at
way,
things like Vanquish that just came out, where it's like Vanquish is genuinely challenging. So I mean,
so is Bayonetta.
So is Bayonetta. You know, so are a lot of these games. I mean, but you're right. I mean, like I think that the more and more we're going to see mainstream games where it's press A to not die.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see people go more the route of Assassin's Creed where, look, yeah, you're right. They did take kind of this element of climbing that was really complicated and made it one button.
Right.
But there's so much other stuff to do in that game.
And then and then what they did is they took that one button and then they changed the challenge, which is to find where to climb and when to climb and what to do and why to do it.
Yep.
So they kept the challenge. They just took out the parts that were frustrating.
It's more like less dexterity, more
thought.
Yeah. But this one is... This is neither, right? This is dexterity and thought.
This is consumption. This game is just like consuming as opposed to participating.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it is.
So I want to, before we talk about EA Sports Active, you mentioned Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I just wanted to very quickly go back. So after we reviewed the game, I got in this fugue where I had a couple of days off work and I had already been loving the game and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chew up this game from the inside. I'm gonna just go ape shit. There was like one day that I played for 8 hours without getting off the couch.
Just to piss at least.
Well, I'm just saying.
Did you seriously have like a bottle?
Maybe. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying.
I was wondering what those bottles were. So now I know.
Have a sip. I'll wait.
Hold on.
So I just wanted to tell you guys, I went through and I took down every tower, I bought every shop, I unlocked all these quests, I built all the aqueducts. I didn't get all that. Because you have to do all the multiplayer stuff to get 1,000.
Oh, bullshit. Did you get all the flags?
I got a lot of flags. But I'm just saying, like, I went super completist. Like, I was going through and I got to tell you guys, like, beginning to end, you know, building up your cadre of assassins, like all of my assassins were the most powerful they could get. I'd be walking through a town, and there'd be like a guard coming at me, and I'd hit the summon assassin button. A dude would pop out of a fucking hay bale, slit the guy's throat, and yank him back in. And I was just like, I did that 100 times, and every time I'm like,
Is that the magic button that basically just like the sliding in Vanquish?
Yes, it is. It is the sliding in Vanquish. It is absolutely the sliding in Vanquish.
That's awesome.
And it becomes this third weapon. You know, like you've got all your other weapons, and it becomes this thing where it's like 3 guards are coming and you're fighting, and like another group comes and you're like, you turn over and look, you're like assassins, and you go back to your fighting, and then you know that they've ridden in on horses and they're taking out those dudes behind you.
Nice.
And every time you summon them, they behave differently. They'll come in from the ceiling, or they'll pop out from bushes. They'll ride in on horses. They'll come in and throw smoke bombs.
Wow.
Like,
they must have coded a lot of different versions. That's impressive.
So I just have to say, you know, like I just want to reiterate. So I beat it. I went all the way through. Nice. I beat it, and it is a genuinely long and challenging and awesome game all the way through.
You're making me like, because what sucks is like, again, I have so little time. I've had to put it in Fable and falling asleep.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to Brotherhood. Like seriously, that's one of the games on top of my. And I still need to go back to Fallout. Like I'm like 40 hours into that game. I still haven't finished it.
Yeah.
So like. I mean, giving me that freaking itch. So hopefully Christmas break. I'm taking a full solid week.
Yeah.
And I need to play it.
So if you haven't gotten Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I'm just saying, get that fucking game. So next up is EA Sports Active Dose.
Yeah. So we have 2 of the Kinect Fitness games that we want to talk about. So we're going to probably do the both. The Ubisoft one is the Your Shape Fitness Evolved.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I only had time to do one. So I actually
which one did you do?
I did Your Shape Fitness Evolved.
Okay, so let me talk a little about EA Sports Active.
Okay.
So EA Sports Active.
So these games are fitness games on the Kinect.
Yeah. So there is no controller. You are the controller.
Yeah.
And basically,
you feel like a little bit of a douchebag.
I do a little bit.
Just like slap yourself.
I am the controller. Yeah. But yeah, so EA Sports Active is one.
I was just thinking that one time we were talking, and you're just like, it's almost like the city is another character.
You just want to punch me in the mouth,
you asshole. That's so cliche.
But it's true.
It is.
What game was that? I don't remember.
It was probably like Assassin's Creed or something. I don't
Actually,
even know.
yeah, it was probably. But yeah, so Esports Active 2 is one of the 2 fitness games. There's actually like a few other ones. There's Zumbra, Art of the Dance. There's what's that one with Mel B?
Mel B. Get Fit with Mel B.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that on Kinect?
I think it is.
Oh shit!
It might be a Wii game. Somebody will correct us. But so
and she goes, "Yo, tell me what you want. What you really want."
That might actually be no. Okay, so no. But yeah, EA Sports Active. It's the thing that bugs me about EA Sports Active. It's the one fitness game that costs $100.
Whoa, maybe that's why I didn't get it.
You think? I need to let you borrow it at some point just to give it a try.
Because it has a bunch of gear and shit, right?
It has a bunch of gear. Okay, you know what it has? It has a heartbeat sensor.
Okay.
So, you know how much heartbeat sensors cost?
I don't.
But probably pretty cheap. Like a pedometer, right? It's just something that sits here. The interesting thing is it actually acts like a controller to a 360, so you get it right. There's that. And
is there a banana hammock? Do they give you a little speedo to wear?
But no, you get an exercise band, resistance band.
So that is 12 cents.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that is a piece of elastic that, Yeah,
so it's a big rubber band. So you get that. I mean, I can understand the heartbeat sensor, but honestly, after playing the game for a bit, it just shows you the number.
Yeah.
And maybe they changed the exercises, but I couldn't tell.
Nah.
Right? I could see my exercise.
And there's no option to buy it without that shit, right?
Not that I saw.
Okay.
Like, you know, again, look for it. Like, if you're going to get it without it, because it's totally not worth the extra $40. But eSports Active, it's pretty much, you remember eSports Active 1?
Vaguely.
So it has a lot of activity. So you look at kind of Wii Fit, and 3 times the number of activities, more or less. So you get a lot more different stuff to do. They have a lot more games.
Yeah.
But the games seem to involve you running in place a lot. Although there's one dodgeball game which was terrible.
Okay.
So I have a hard time actually reviewing this and actually a little bit the other one because play space.
Yes, I had a
did you have
problem
issues
with that. And the thing is,
you have a lot of space.
I thought I did.
Really?
So if you look, so you guys can't see what my living room looks like, but I probably have 8 feet. So I've got
8 feet should be fine.
Maybe 6 feet, but like 6 or 7 feet. But so I've got like my control center, and I had the thing up on there, and I'm standing there, and I kept like every time I stick my hand out, it would vanish, or I'd move over and I'd vanish.
Really?
So then I put it back on the top of my television, which
helps.
is literally as far as it can go. And even still, it's like I could do some things, but if I did a squat or if I did anything where I'd move forward, I would like. There's this plane of. I mean, you really have to have like 20 feet to fucking play in to play the Kinect, which is a little frustrating.
It is, and like that's the thing. Like I think for single player, I have about 6 feet.
Yeah.
So single player stuff that are just like doing this and all that, I'm totally fine with. You need 8 feet to do 2 players. So all of the so when I'm playing Dance Central, no problem whatsoever. But for this, a lot of the exercises I'm doing squats.
Yeah.
I'm doing things where I'm having my hands up. So basically, things get cut off
it
here,
vanishes. Yeah.
And things get cut off at the knee. And you know what sucks is when you're doing some of the events like running or bicycling, you're running in place. So here's my guy on screen. And I'm like,
because they have no idea that your feet are moving.
They have no idea my feet. So I feel that if I go upstairs where I have a lot more room, which I need to try, that it'll work a lot better. But it just didn't work very well for me for anything that involved running.
Yeah.
Anything that just to involve like stretching or like all that stuff. It actually worked great, and I was tired after this game.
Yeah.
For like 30 minutes, like I was beat.
Yeah.
So like as an exercise game, it's not bad, but dude, seriously, 8 to 10 feet.
And that's what worries me is the whole idea of like it seems like they should have done more of a fisheye lens or something on the Kinect where it's just they got to know that a lot of people aren't gonna. I mean, I feel like
rooms?
I feel like my house is not small, right? I feel like my living room is not small. It's
your couch. Your couch is long. That's what's
big.
killing you. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just you really have to be able to clear out and get way the fuck back from your TV to play this stuff.
Yeah, well, you look at all the commercials, right? They're like in warehouses.
Seriously, like play Kinect with your friends, and it's just like. Are you in the Matrix? Like, it's just like white space as far as the eye can see.
I mean, I can say anybody that lives in a McMansion, like, whatever, like, you're not going to have a problem with this, but dorm rooms, anybody that lives in...
Post-war 40s housing.
40s house or, like, anybody in Southern California for the most part, you're going to have some issues unless you have some space. So that was my big problem with it, but just overall as an exercise game, I thought it was... For EA Active, I thought it was okay. But compared to these... Was it $50? I forget how much... So compared to the $50 Ubisoft one... This game is not worth twice the price. I'm sorry. Like, not even close. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down based on price alone.
Yeah. So I got to say, so I didn't get to try EA Sports Active, but Your Shape Fitness Evolved, I got to say, for what it is, I was actually very impressed.
I like the UI.
Yes, I did. I like that too. Because it's just very much of like, hey, how's it going? Like it's super wide open, and they're like, tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll measure your height. You tell us your weight. You
how
tell
does
us
it measure your height? Like that's the weirdest thing, right?
Yeah,
it's like lift your arm up.
Right.
It's like
yeah. And it's like, oh, so you're making shit up, basically.
It actually got my height pretty
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
What it didn't.
I didn't really pay attention.
Okay. Well, that's the thing that impressed me. I put it up, and it was just like 5'7", 5'8". I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that's good.
That's not bad.
And then, so what it does is they say, "What are you interested in?" Like, would you like to lose some weight? Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? And then they just start tracking you. They're like, "Here's how many calories you've lost. Here's how many calories do you level up."
Yep.
Which is awesome. And then they just put you in front of a trainer and like do what the trainer does.
Yeah.
and it's good exercise. It's really, really good.
Well,
and they'll just run
will kick your ass.
Oh my
right?
God! And all the things like the kind of like the arm lifts and the squats and the doing whatever, and they make a very nice paced workout. They're like, here's a 20-minute workout, here's whatever, and you will be destroyed by the end of it. Like I was doing the exercises like I wasn't doing half-assed. Like I was like, I'm here to exercise, I'm gonna do my shit, and I was doing all the stuff, and it's like, my heart, like the cardio ones, my heart was beating, my arms were getting tired, whatever, and it was a good workout.
Yeah, and like what I really liked, so Ubisoft did something different with Kinect that you didn't really see, where they actually place your body on top of the avatar, so you can kind of almost see a representation of yourself. So when you're doing a lot of the different moves and all that, you see what it sees, and then you can compare it exactly to the avatar side by side. Which is amazing.
Is that not what they did in EA Sports Active?
No, it's just you have an avatar representing. And that's the thing that bugged me about EA Sports Active. Is like I do the avatar, and since it didn't track me all the way when I was doing squats, it'd be like, it'd jump up. And I'd be like, I'm not immersed. I'm not really doing it. But when I was playing, Ubisoft, I can see myself. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, of course.
Right.
This is why things aren't working or things aren't doing. So it's that feedback.
And you're standing right next to them. It's like, you've got the girl showing you what to do, and you're right there next to her, and you can see right away. And the cool thing is it even tells you, like, hey, squat deeper, raise your arms higher, whatever, stop staring at my tits. And I was just like, fuck you, I'll stare at your tits. I bought you. I own you.
Well, speaking of tits.
Take your top off.
One of the things that I was getting really hot and like whatever, so I took off my shirt.
Yeah.
The avatar had nipples. Because that's the thing, it shows you, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, look.
Oh, so it's like a camera image of you. So
it is. Oh, it's slightly off, right? Because they do some blurring and stuff like that. But also,
I still had nipples.
I see 2 nipples, and I'm like, this is weird. And just
that's awesome.
And like, it was hilarious. I was like, whoop! I was like, you could see your fucking.
It's awesome. You put your dick in the Kinect. Oh no!
Wouldn't you?
I probably will after you leave.
Exactly.
I'm going to show it.
I was like, what the hell did you say?
That's awesome.
So anyhow, but so it's a true representation.
Your wife's getting jealous of like the fitness instructor.
I'm going home with
I'll cut you, bitch! Stop looking at my man's dick.
It would be worse if just like the avatar looks a lot better than you do.
Yeah,
that would be bad.
God, but so I would say, like I said, I can't compare the two, but I was very, very impressed with this because I got up there and I was just like, whatever. Like it started off, I'm just like, this is going to be kind of silly because in my mind it's going to be like Wii Fit or something that I found to be a big disappointment that I didn't stick with it.
Yeah.
And it didn't really. All it could tell is, are you stepping on a fucking plate, right? Yeah. Are you shaking a Wiimote?
And you can cheat.
Yeah.
Like, in this one, you can't cheat at all.
No, not at all.
And actually, like, I don't know if I talked about it yesterday. Did I talk about it last week?
When it caught you moving out? Yeah.
So they do identity, at least in EA Sports Active, so, like, they really will not let you cheat.
They know what your nipples look like, man. They're just like, it's like those are not man nipples.
It's just like identity. It's just like, wait, they're this far apart.
Yeah.
It's like part of the algorithm.
Yeah, it's like, I know your tits. Those aren't your moves.
But yeah, no, it's just like, and not only that, like some of the games are actually fun.
Yeah.
Because I was playing what is it, the Bust the Block game?
Yeah.
Like, I played that for a good 5-10 minutes, and just like, it gets faster, it gets harder to do.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, like, I know Punch-Out's Nintendo, but I really kind of want to see a good boxing game.
Yeah.
All the fighting games, both on the Move and Kinect, have been terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Really
and that's the thing is, like, even on the Wii, when I played Punch-Out, I was like, the fuck I am waggling the Wiimote. It's like, I turn it sideways and I push the buttons. Yeah. That is how I play it.
But imagine if you have, like, the actual, like, and you can play multiplayer and things like that. Yeah. Like, seriously, like, all of a sudden, like, if you had Kung Fu skills for real, you could...
Although one thing I gotta say is if you watch your avatar on screen, there is a latency in the Kinect that may get frustrating in a fighting game. But if they take it into account, who knows? Maybe it'll be good.
Might be simple. But yeah, so Your Shape Fitness Evolve, I would say is much better because it's $50.
Yeah.
And it pretty much gives, to me, like the exact same workout. I was tired for both.
Right.
But I paid half as much.
Yeah.
So.
And it's fun and it really makes the fitness kind of a game. It tracks your progress really well and it makes it entertaining. Where I was just like, I'm gonna go to bed for the night. It's like you have 20 calories left till the next level. I was like, all right, I can do some jumping jacks. Of course.
Nice. So do you think you'll keep up with it?
We'll see. We'll see. Because the thing is, I've been getting really into doing stuff like I've been swimming 3 days a week at work, and I've been doing stuff where it's like, if you can go outside,
you should.
You probably should. Like if you can go swim in a pool and ride a bike, whatever. But I mean, it's going to get cold out. A
lot of people are in snow.
A lot of people are in snow. I may stick with it. We'll see.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll give it more of a try. Like, out of all the different exercise games, I think Ubisoft's going to be the one for me.
Yeah.
So, like, do you know, like, what was so disappointing about this? Like, it comes with Tai Chi. I fucking hate Tai Chi. Like, Tai Chi is like where you see like the old Chinese ladies.
That's
in
exactly
parks,
what I
like,
think of is like old people in airports, like doing shit while they're waiting for a flight.
and it's just not fun. So like, and I'm thinking like, why isn't there a yoga game?
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, and yoga, like,
There's probably a standalone yoga game for the Kinect.
Have you seen one? I have yet to see one. I mean,
There's
maybe there is.
yoga with one of
Mel
the
B?
other. Well, I was going to say with
Scary Spice.
That is Mel B, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Sporty, probably.
Sporty, yeah, it was Sporty Spice.
Sporty
but yeah,
Beckham.
it's just like when they do any of these other, I'm sure the yoga will come.
But I would have thought it would have been the most, like, you think, like, yoga, Tai Chi, which will sell better.
Yeah, and how easy is that for yoga? That just like it would just be checking body shapes.
Yeah, like
just
tree,
whatever.
Yeah. Like, whatever.
So go make that, guys.
Please.
Make strip yoga. I want to strip everything on the Kinect.
Well, dude, if you can actually show your avatar on the thing, then why not?
Yeah,
that would be pretty awesome.
Bring it. Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
Whatever. That's like voguing for old people.
Well, Madonna will pick it up at some point, I'm sure.
She will. She's like 60 now. Dude. She's
know.
probably already doing Tai Chi.
Isn't her daughter like 18 by now at this point?
I don't know, man. Isn't her vagina like a canyon?
Yeah. A musty canyon with cobwebs.
Musty canyon. That's like Super Scribble Knots. Musty canyon.
You see tumbleweeds going by. But yeah,
Tron. This Tron Evolution.
Yeah, so we played this game at PAX.
Yeah.
Was it PAX? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah, we played it at PAX.
I also played it at E3.
Yeah. So I played it. I'm like, oh my god, this game is going to be god awful.
Yes.
It was shit. It was pure unadulterated shit.
Yeah. So the actual game is marginally better.
Honestly, I think going in with such a bad opinion or whatever anticipation for it is just like, wow, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Right. Yeah. If you go in with very low expectations.
Yeah, that's right.
So it is. It's a movie title. So you already kind of have low expectations.
Yep.
They didn't get any of the voice actors from the movie, so it's
And
even
that,
lower expectations.
What's up with that?
Yeah, not like Jeff Bridges is that busy. Come on now, you can get the dude.
Like, he didn't get anything for Crazy Heart, did he? So I don't think he's that popular at this point. So.
They got all the voices for the James Bond game. I mean, come on, like Judi Dench getting whatever his name is.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Well, he's not doing much, right?
I don't know. Fucking women. That's what Daniel Craig is out there. Just like there's a non-stop parade of vagina.
That must be, once you become Bond, it's just like seriously, it's like
you
a calling
James
card.
Bond.
Like, actually, yeah.
I think you just walk into a bar and then just stand against the wall.
Yep.
It'd be like it's like the little take a number thing right next to you, and the girls just coming by.
On his belt, probably.
Yeah, it's just like right there.
Right.
Just walk up and just take a number. God, fucking James Bond. So,
what are we talking about? Tron Evolution.
Tron Evolution. So,
it's just like it's a movie tie-in. It's pretty much Prince of Persia.
It is Prince of Persia.
They pretty much copied everything of Prince of Persia. Not only are you doing wall running and then jumping,
the whole thing is like parkour and vaulting. It's like light and strong attacks.
Yep. The combat is pretty much... Actually, it's a little better than the last Prince of Persia, I thought. Remember the last Prince of Persia? The combat was terrible. It was a piece of shit.
It was okay. I didn't think it was that bad.
I don't know. It was just like mash. But anyhow, but like this one's decent.
Yeah.
The combat system's decent. But you know what pisses me off about this game? They took the one thing they needed to take from Prince of Persia, but they didn't.
What's that?
The rewind.
I
got to tell you, in this game, there are some places where I died 20 times. Mm-hmm. And not only that, the checkpoints are terrible, right?
Yeah.
So I do something, and then it would say, like right in the intro, there's a thing where hit X, do your jump.
Right.
And then that's the one I died 20 times on.
So you have to watch the fucking intro movie.
Yeah.
And honestly, like they would do the same thing with the combat, where a lot of times, they would throw dudes at you that they'd be causing a bunch of damage, and you'd be running over to get health, and they would like hit you in the back with a disc or something.
Yeah.
And
you couldn't see them to block because you knew they were shooting.
I mean, the camera angles were really janky, where a lot of times it would just kind of like get caught on a wall or not be where I wanted it to be.
Yep.
What happens is you're usually fighting like 6 dudes, and they're all just like wang 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 wang.
And they're everywhere. They're scattered.
They're everywhere. So you do a block, and then you do the whatever it is, retort, like when they throw a disc and you're supposed to be able to block it and toss it back. So they do it, you parry, you toss it back, and then 2 other dudes like whack whack.
You die.
Come on! It was okay. It was frustrating.
Yeah, because like the thing is, like they had this whole concept of you have health and you have energy,
right?
But the only way to refill energy, besides your really shitty ass regeneration, which pissed me off, right?
Very, very bad.
You would find these things on the wall which you would have to wall run across,
right? So in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, so you'd be like, okay, fine. Oh shit, I'm out. Like I'm gonna get hit one more time. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Run. Oof. Die.
Yes, exactly. You're running at the wall, and it's like blank.
Yeah.
Derezzed.
Yeah, and then not only that, it's just like there's actually sometimes you have load times.
Yeah.
Which again, like if you're going to make you die a lot, they're going to do things you're going to punish you. So I wanted to rewind. I wanted, slightly better combat. But honestly, like, I kind of felt myself engaged. Like, yeah, I played it for a while.
It was more entertaining than I thought it'd be. The one thing that did bug me is, like, I was kind of enjoying exploring the world. I liked the aesthetic. I liked the Tron world a little bit. Yeah. I love the Tron world. I like this Tron world. Okay,
this not Tron world. Nothing like the old Tron world.
And the combat's interesting, and the leveling up is kind of interesting, where you can add different abilities, whatever. Did you get to the light cycles?
Yes.
Not
terrible.
Good.
That's what I remember. We played a lot of light cycles at PAX.
Yes.
And I'm like, if this is most of the game, this game is going to suck.
Ooh.
Fortunately, I didn't play that much.
It's not that much. It's not all that much in the game. But I mean, the thing is.
Bad.
Like we know what light cycles are. We grew up playing light cycles is this top down, high speed. You're trying to get other people to go into walls, like bing, 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 bing. It's like you're turning 90-degree angles.
Yeah, it's like Worms, basically, or the Worm game.
It's a thing.
Right?
You can't reinvent a thing that exists.
Well, they turned it into a racing game.
Yes.
But not only have you a racing game where all of a sudden now the road gets narrower.
Right.
Right, because it has the line behind it.
Right.
But you can die so easily because you're going freaking fast. You're on a light cycle. Phew, down a canyon. Okay, I remember that canyon. Ooh, another canyon. Ooh, another. Like, so again, it's trial and error, and it's just they use death as a punishment, and games can't do that anymore.
No,
you can't. Like, you can't do it.
You use lack of skill as a punishment, but you don't use you don't use repetition and death as
Demon Souls.
Yeah,
but they're special.
Yeah, Demon Souls is for special people.
Yes.
Did you see the?
Yes.
Oh my God! There's a video out there of a guy
6 minutes.
beating. No, it's like 50 minutes.
50 minutes, okay.
So there's this guy out there that beats Demon Souls beginning to end in 50 minutes, and if you go and watch it, you will basically your penis will fall off,
pretty much,
and you will no longer be a man because you're just like this gamer because. It's unbelievable. Like, this game is something that takes normal people 20, 30 hours to beat, and he walks through it.
Well, not only that, like, especially if you've played the first couple of levels of Demon Souls, you go there and you're just like, oh my God, this took me 5 hours because I'm going, and he's just
waltzes through.
Yeah, and he blocks people right at the perfect time. Yeah. He has all these timing attacks. It's like ridiculous. So
Google
Demon
Souls.
Well, don't pause. Watch it after this.
Yeah, after we're done talking, go Google the Demon Souls speedrun.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
It's really awesome.
So,
Revolutions, I don't want to give it a thumbs up.
I don't either.
But it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was better than I thought it'd be.
It's kind of almost look, here's the thing that bugs me about this game.
Yeah.
I'm not as interested in the movie anymore.
Because of the game?
Because the story kind of didn't you feel the story was kind of lame?
Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be the movie story. I don't think so.
But you don't think ISOs are going to be in the
Shut up! Awesome!
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
no, I understand. The plot was kind of weak.
Like, really weak.
Yeah.
So, like, I love the costumes. I love all the stuff they did with it. Like, it looks really awesome. But, like, dude, like, I don't care about ISOs versus this and viruses, and that's what scares me. So I'm actually a little worried about the movie now. But fuck, I don't know.
I don't know what to give it. Because it's not a great game.
No, like, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. I guess if you've got nothing else to do, maybe rent it. I
say thumbs down rental.
That's not a thing!
I know.
You can't. That means don't rent it.
No, thumbs down, but rent it. We've done that a couple of times before. There are a few opportunities.
I question the logic of that. Because what is the difference between a thumbs up rental and a thumbs down rental? Tell me the difference.
Well, in both cases, so one is like you should rent it, but it's not good.
Why should you rent it?
Because you have nothing better to do. You can either watch really shitty TV and, like, seriously, like, really shitty, like, are you going to watch fucking, like, what is it, Real Housewives? You're going to do this. You're going to fucking do this.
All right.
Right?
Better than Real Housewives.
That's right. Thumbs down rental.
All right. So next one up won't be as hard to make a decision on.
You think so?
Apache Air Assault.
Yeah. So this is interesting too because I always feel bad about it because this is one of our review copies. We don't get them that often.
Right.
And they say, "Hey, dude, oh man, I love your show. Please give this game a chance."
And it's the same dude that got us Yakuza.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
and that guy's the shit. So
he's really awesome. Yeah.
That guy's our buddy. He got his review copy. So Apache Air Assault. Let's be honest. This game is the Gran Turismo of helicopters.
You get one helicopter in this game.
Sorry.
You get 1,000 fucking cars.
It is a hardcore simulator. Is what I'm saying. It is a hardcore simulator.
I'll give you. It's a Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. It's not a game, right? Like this is very much.
kind of tries to be a game. This is where I'm going to dock at some points. Like, if you take a look at some of the remember the old flight simulators? Like, what are some of the ones? Like Phantom. There's, basically the hardcore.
But you're talking about the ones where it's like your goal in life is to take off and land, right? Like nothing but
even the fighter ones. Like there were old school back on the PC, back on the Commodore, where you were playing and everything was super realistic.
Right.
Of fighter jets and air helicopters.
Damn realistic. I mean, you're killing a lot of dudes, but besides
But I'm saying the controls, like you don't hit a button to start the engines. You don't hit something.
Okay.
So I'm saying when you're talking about pure simulation, this is still like somewhat arcadey because, look, you have terrorists from Trizakistan. Was that right? Did you see that?
From Kyrgyzstan.
Terroristan.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like they have that, and they have, going in. But like, seriously, I put on the realistic controls because I figure, hey. Yeah. I don't think the Xbox 360 joystick looks anything like what you see in Apache.
You don't think?
Maybe the newest ones. Yeah. I don't know. But
it is punishing. It is punishingly realistic. But if you are an otaku-obsessed motherfucker, like, all your life you've dreamed of flying Apache helicopters, this has all the control mechanisms in Apache. It's like you can't even separately steer the guns. I mean, when you do the guns, you're basically changing the height and the turning and the altitude. Like you can't. Just
you have to point the front.
Yeah,
but not only that, you have a gunner.
Yeah.
So, like, you'd be going around, and you'd be like, hey, gunner, well, you don't even say anything. He's just shooting at stuff. So it's just like, it's almost too realistic.
And you can pop into gunner mode, and then...
But you have to put yourself in hover mode.
Yeah, you put yourself in hover mode, and then you're like... It's like you imagine, like, you're flying the helicopter, and you, like, put it on autopilot, and hold on, crawl down to the belly, like...
I'm sure that's what happens in the Air Force for these real Apache helicopters.
So, what we've just described is not fun to me.
It's not fun. I can't imagine this being fun for anybody...
That's not like an Apache pilot that misses flying. Like you've got a dishonorable discharge from the Air Force, and all you dream about at night is flying your Apache, and you miss it so much. And this is like the only that's who this is aimed at.
Yeah, and maybe so, but it's just like it's one of those things where I feel that even if they made the realistic controls of this, it's still not going to be as close to what you get. Like, here's what I imagine, right? I feel people that are really into these sorts of things have the Thrustmaster joystick, have a keyboard, have the foot pedals, and they're like doing all sorts of stuff. This ain't that. This is nothing like that. No. That's why I think it fits a niche which doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist, and it's not us. So not a good game. So that's it for the games we've been playing. New releases. There is some shit coming out this week. So you and I were talking about this before the show. Like, we don't play WoW. We've talked about this many times before. If we were addicted to WoW, we couldn't do NooBTooB. Yep. But however,
we looked at World of Warcraft Cataclysm. I looked at like the Wikipedia page and saw all the new features they added to it. I kind of want to try the trial at least, dude.
They rebuilt the entire world. They got rid of every quest in the whole world, and they built new starting zones. They built new whatever. They added all these features.
3,000 new quests. Yeah. 2 new races.
Oh yeah. It just looks so cool. So I'm really hoping that we could go in. I don't know if we can do it again where we can go in and get like a 7-day trial or whatever they do.
I would imagine if they
I just want to go try it. I just want to check it out.
Well, they did do the trial of Burning Crusade. Remember, that's what we played a while back. So we got to figure out if we can get a hold of a couple of trials. Yeah, because it'd be awesome to do another MMO.
Hell yeah.
Well, considering like December's pretty much dead to us. In January has a few games, but like kind of Marchish timeframe. There's not much going on. Yeah. So let's try to schedule something. But like seriously, I'm actually kind of excited, but I probably still won't play it.
And I definitely won't get into it. I might check it out, during the Christmas time if I can get into the demo. But there's all sorts of weird stuff with factions fighting over starting zones. So you're doing quests that gains territories for your side, and
I guess there's neutral zones which have faction PvP specific quests. There's faction ones which other people can't do. Maybe this is kind of flying a lot of people that don't play. But if you ever played WoW, it feels to me like they've created WoW 2 without telling anybody.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And they learned the lesson from EverQuest 2. It's you don't segment your population. You take your mother load, you take the main vehicle, and you just suck in more people and keep everybody that's there.
Oh yeah, why make 2 separate things? And they did something genius where they took was it Eastern Kalimdor and the Western something whatever, the 2 continents. Yeah. Which nobody went to anymore because they go into Burning Crusade lands, they went to Wrath of the Lich King. Right. So these were dead zones because no good loot dropped there or anything like that. Right. All of a sudden, it's just guess what? They're all brand new zones. Yeah,
we're rebuilding them from the ground up.
I'm going to give you new classes if you want to try some of those zones again. And it's just you almost I kind of want to relive going down to what was that? Like Westgate or Westfall?
Yeah.
And like, I want to see what that dungeon is because I spent so much time there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing is from what I've seen of the videos that are out there, if you're a big nerd and you've been playing this game a lot, everything will look familiar. It's not like they like erased the whiteboard and redrew it. They will take the castles that you know and split them in half. They will run a lake of fire through your favorite field. Right? I mean, like it's the same world, but it's like if you walked out behind your house tomorrow and a meteor hit. Yeah. Like that's what it's going to look like.
And it's just the idea of just like, holy crap, I get to relive my experiences from about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. Having all these good times. I'm like, wow, it's kind of new. It's fresh.
So I'm totally checking this out. If we can get into the free demo, I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah. So if anybody knows anybody that can get us some, actually a bunch of people, because we really like to get a bunch of NooBToobers involved. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. If we can get a NooBTooB event going on where everybody hops in and checks it out, I am so all over that. Woo-hoo! So things that I am not into.
Kung Fu Live.
Yeah, Kung Fu Live. You win 100 points.
What is Kung Fu Live?
Formal question.
Damn.
Kung Fu Live looks like
garbage. So it's just one of those annoying things where we were watching the commercial for this, and it's just like they kind of took the Kinect style of doing it. They put these really douchebag hipsters in it.
Fucking hipsters. You could be selling me like free blowjobs on the internet, and they'd be like, free blowjobs from this hipster girl with big fucking glasses and emo hair. I was like,
take it.
No, I wouldn't. Maybe I would. No, I wouldn't.
You take it, but you regret it.
Yeah, I would. That's true. Okay, I'll say that. I fucking hate hipsters with every fiber of my being. So anyway,
what is
bunch
this game?
Of douchebag hipsters playing Kung Fu Live. So it's a camera, and then there's like kind of like it almost looks like Mortal Kombat style animation of
very much like
super.
So the real person playing the game.
So it's your icon, and you're just like.
The weird thing is, it's a move game, but you don't use the move mode.
Right.
Which is like, huh? Why?
Yeah, it's just the camera.
It's just the camera. So it's actually your fists are your real fists, and you're actually punching people. I've read some of the previews of some of this stuff, and it's supposed to be terrible.
We saw people playing it at PAX. It looked terrible. We saw the ads about it look terrible. Like, you think you'd be developing this. You're like, wow, this is bad.
Maybe we should
hate
change
myself.
So,
I don't know how you can make this better. I don't see this as being the type of game I'd want to play. I don't want to just flail about in front of my camera. I mean,
like, if I'm going to flail about, I'm going to do it in Dance Central where it's controlled failing and I get points, right? It's just like you want to do something. But this has never been fun, even with like any of the Nintendo games with the Wii. Waggle, keep it to a minimum. Yeah. And it's just like if you're going to make your entire game waggle.
Yeah. Body waggle. Body move in. Body move in. So next up is Bejeweled 3.
Yes!
Wait, hold on. It's a PopCap game.
Yes! So this is PopCap makes crack.
Yeah.
They're the crack kings of the video game world.
Yes, absolutely.
And, they're coming out with Bejeweled 3. So Bejeweled 1 and Bejeweled 2, excellent games. Right. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Match 3 gems.
This one seems like super spiritual hippie-ish.
Kind of casually, yeah.
Like they said that there's like these Zen modes where you can play forever, and there's like what is it, the heartbeat or the breathing line?
There's a breathing line.
You're supposed to breathe as it tells you to breathe
to match the pattern. And they also designed the thing so you never can. You know, sometimes you have to start over because there's like no more moves.
Yeah,
they took that out so that you can continually play on. like the entire time. It's like they added some other weird like that mode. I can understand because if you look at the majority of Bejeweled players, 40-year-old housewives.
Yeah.
They love that kind of stuff.
Or anybody bored on their phone, right? I mean, like, there's been so many goddamn Bejeweled clones on the Palm and BlackBerry iPhone.
Yep. Puzzle Quest is a very good one.
Yeah. So, whatever. I mean, it's.
But you know what I'm excited about though.
What's that?
So in one of the 4 modes that they added, there's a time attack, score attack mode.
So and then maybe you can compete against your friends.
Exactly. So 60 seconds, however many points you can get. Yeah. I think I may pick it up just for that, and we'll hope maybe have a new.
That could be fun. I can see that. I can see that being fun.
Yeah.
So those are the new games. Not very much.
No, I'm going to play more Donkey Kong and Epic Mickey.
Yeah. So we'll do Donkey Kong and Epic Mickey.
Have you started Epic yet?
I have not, but I will. So that is it.
Yeah. So donations.
So we had our buddy Dalton.
Thank you very much.
Gave us a donation this week, like we've said many, many times. Your donations are what keep us in wine and internet, which is why the forums are running, which is why we're able to buy everybody pizza at PAX every year. So thank you for donating. If you want to give us any money, go to the front page of NooBTooB.com, and on the bottom right, there's a donate button.
Yep, we appreciate it. And, hey, guess what? It's the end of the year, and we have the Noob's Choice Awards.
Holla!
So typically every year, we always pick the best games of the year. We do the episode usually before the end of the year, and then right after that, it's all of your best games.
Yes.
So we need you to vote.
We actually usually do whole bunch of, because I mean we usually have so many like favorite game episodes that we'll have like 2 of ours.
Actually, yeah, we
and
might
then
split
one
up again
for the Noob's Choice. I mean, like the end of the year is a awesome game extravaganza, and then hopefully near the beginning of 2011 we'll do a most anticipated of 2011.
Oh, hey, there's a new category too.
What's that?
That they added. I think we should do most anticipated game of 2011 as a category.
Okay,
so we'll have that as well.
Yeah. But the whole point of Noob's Choice is that you guys go to the forums and vote about what your favorite games of the year were.
Mm-hmm. And we actually have an interesting thing where it's like a Google spreadsheet now.
Yeah.
So we're going to be able to keep track. We already have like over like 120, 130 people voting, and that's just like the first few days.
Yes.
So go to the...
So we want you guys to vote, so here is the video.
Want to know the hottest games of the year, but don't have time to play every game? Do you have 2 thumbs, but don't know how to use them to review games? Do the ladies find your gamer score unimpressive? Backed by popular demand, it's the Noob Choice Awards, the community-driven award show for gamers looking to trim those flabby games, naturally enhance those review thumbs, and it stays crunchy, even in milk. Just head to NooBTooB.com and click on the community tab at the top of the page to vote on your favorite games this year. The top picks will be announced at the Game of the Year episode of NooBTooB. That's the Noob Choice Awards. Yeah, motherfucker!
So, all right. So we need you to vote.
Yes. So please come and vote. This is what we do. All year we play games. We talk about games. At the end of the year we rate games.
Yeah, and people use it as a buying guide for Christmas sometimes. It kind of sucks, too, because we come out usually after Christmas.
Yeah.
But all that money you be getting from your Christmas stuff. Like
that's what
it
is.
Right?
You wake up with a bunch of checks. And we usually release like the week before Christmas. And then staggered. So anyway, thank you and go vote. Next up is the Shoo-Ba-Dee-Doo
number 106. Thanks, Wookie Monster, for doing it every week. We really appreciate it. The winner this week is
your paternity beard. The unstoppable paterna beard.
Yeah, I haven't decided when I'm going to shave.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking. What do you think, Goatee?
That is a weird pose for you to make with your goatee.
What's my Home Alone pose?
You just showed up on like all these bear websites where it's like dudes are just whacking off to hairy bear men.
Dude, you're giving fucking people ideas. It's terrible. Stop it.
Yes. So
yes.
Yeah, and I will probably never have a beard, but
I saw you start. Yeah, it's not too bad. Right?
They might what you call a beard, I call lazy. I just go like a week without shaving.
You know, I actually got like a mustache comb and like mustache scissors, like from Adams recommended to me. So and then I actually got a beard trimmer. So it's
you have all the accoutrement.
Yeah, see, like before, like you can actually see my lips before. It's like until I
it curls into your mouth.
And it's really obnoxious, but kind of cool because you can be eating, and then an hour later you'd be like,
Leftovers.
It's
like you carry your own leftovers.
That's right. Or sometimes it tastes
rotting
like
on
beer.
your face. Disgusting.
It's awesome. All right, each week we'd like to feature the NooBTooB arm in the show. If you have a funny question, story, or whatever, please call in.
Hell yeah. Also, you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Also, always make your videos a response to our videos on YouTube.
Yes, and keep all videos in a minute if you want to be featured on the show.
And don't forget the yo! So, first up, this is a special request from Tall Chick, and we really, really appreciate this idea. So, it is the holidays. You guys are our family and friends. We really appreciate seeing where you guys live around the country.
Yeah.
So Tall Chick sent in a video of what it looks like in the great frozen north. We would love for you guys to send us in holiday videos. Show us your friends and family. Show us your house. Show us what it's like in your area when it's the holidays.
Yeah, just the main thing, you got to do it a yow.
Yeah, you got to do a yow.
Important thing.
No doubt.
No doubt.
So first up here is Tall Chick with her video.
Nice. That looks cold.
That looks cold as
Really
hell.
cold.
You see, she almost took a fucking diver when she was walking back to the camera.
She needs those, what is it, the crampons? That they
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah. So she almost face planted, but that was great. Thank you for sending that in. More shots of that just kind of makes us feel better about being in California.
Yes,
So,
we don't mind the 60-degree weather. It's kind of nice.
yeah, if you want to make us feel better about ourselves, do that.
Actually, then you know what you're going to do? You're going to have somebody in Hawaii showing them on the beach.
Do that.
That would be awesome.
I like that idea. Hawaii.
Especially if you're in a bikini and you're a woman.
And you're a woman. We have to specify this. Otherwise, we get dudes in Speedos.
Mankinis.
Hello, Tobin and Yuzo. Damn it.
Terrible.
So, first up is Beef Monkey.
Woo.
Hi Tobin and Yuzo, this is Beef Monkey from the UK, and I've got a bit of trivia for Tobin actually. I noticed in your review for Brotherhood you mentioned similarities between that and Uncharted. Well, I don't know if you noticed this at all, but Nolan North, the guy who voices Tobin's boy Nathan Drake, actually voices Desmond, the guy you play in the modern times in Assassin's Creed, so... yeah, just something I thought you might find interesting. Yow.
Dude, Noel North is like the go-to guy for every single voice right now.
Anybody that could be a half tuck. Because I mean, Desmond's got
he's got like
the hoodie assassin half tuck, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that. But like, what's funny is like I was at what was it, the Bulletstorm press thing where whatchamacallit, Cliffy B was there?
Yeah.
And he actually made a joke about it. It's just like, oh yeah, we couldn't get Nolan North with the voice. It's like, it's seriously that in the industry, he's the go-to guy for everything.
Which is funny because if you look at Assassin's Creed 2, they really made the comic relief be his cohorts, like that British guy that you're there with and stuff. I mean, like he gets to be somewhat entertaining and wry, but it's not like in Uncharted where he really gets to do the comic stuff. Desmond's a lot more serious.
Yeah, and it's weird too because like they didn't get him to Ezio because it's some other Italian guy, but like Ezio's.
I'm Ezio. They got Count Chocolate, Count Chocula to do Ezio.
Hey! But yeah, so it's like, but that's the kind of, he has a lot of good comic moments and all that other stuff. So, but yeah,
he's an awesome hero voice. It's like he's very much like Nathan Fillion. Like he's just got kind of like a good hero characteristic.
Speaking of Nathan Fillion,
shut up!
Did you hear that he was the picked for to play? No, Uncharted?
I'm so angry. I am so angry.
I know, dude. I saw that.
Nathan Fillion's on Twitter, and he was like, I would love to play Nathan Drake. I would love to do the Uncharted movie. You're like, well, then it's done.
Yeah.
Like, any director that has a fucking clue is just like, sold. Here is a blank check.
But did you hear what, like, the director's doing?
God damn it.
Well, but, like, the thing is, I can understand why now, because the director, he's looking at it, he's not actually following any of the story from any of the games.
Characters.
He's just basically saying, like, Uncharted, whatever, it sold a bunch of copies, I'm going to make my own movie with my good buddy Marky Mark.
Yeah.
And that's why it happened. So I think it's the director and all the fucking studio's fault. Like,
why even call it Uncharted? Why call it Uncharted, you fuck?
Are you going to boycott it?
I probably will, actually.
Yeah, you should. I think you should. Because like Robert De Niro and like,
that.
seriously.
As his dad, who's not in the game.
Yeah. Who's going to play, what's her face?
The girl?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know if they've announced yet.
Probably get like Catherine Zeta-Jones or something.
Yeah. Catherine Zeta-Jones is like 80.
I know. Dude, have you seen Michael Douglas?
He's 1,000.
Dude, I think it was on Reddit or something like that. They showed a picture of him, her, and their two kids on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And he looked seriously geriatric. He was just like, and he was just, I think
he just played in that new movie.
Oh, makeup. But I'm saying, like, this was like real life.
Like an actual picture.
Well, I think he survived cancer and stuff like that. So he's had a rough, couple of fucking years, but
big
like,
ups.
He was like, his face was melting. It was like, you gotta look for it, man. It's scary.
That sounds fantastic. So, so next up, Dan has some feedback for Yuzo.
Hey, NooBTooB. Dan from Pennsylvania here again. And this here is for Yuzo about the Black Ops thing. Give it another try, man. They have patched a lot of that stuff. The spawning has been patched. They actually found a glitch in their system. It's still not perfect, but I think it's hard to get something like that perfect. The map thing has also been patched. You can only vote for it one extra time now. So you get it your initial time, and then
That's the end of the story.
That must be. So I read all the comments and all the people were saying like, do they fix it? Do they fix it? And like, I've been playing all these other games.
Those are the nice comments.
Those are the nice comments.
We got a lot of comments on YouTube last week about Yuzo not liking blops.
It was funny too because I never would have thought Treyarch would have fanboys.
Oh, they do?
Like, seriously, like, Treyarch, they're like, no, fuck COD4, fuck MW2, it's all about World at War. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah.
But anyhow, so, like, there's a bunch of people complaining about it, but, like, I feel like I had some valid complaints.
Right.
Because they fixed them.
And they fixed them.
And
yeah,
they fixed
absolutely.
them fast.
And
like, I was shocked.
You guys have to realize, when games come out, we review them and we tell you what they're like. If people are going to patch the shit out of games as time goes on, like, they're fixing problems, but I mean, it's just like our review will always be on YouTube as saying these problems that were there then. So you played it again now, and how does it feel?
Well, so like I took off Monday, like after Thanksgiving, because I said I need to play some fucking games because I haven't had any time. And I played like 5 hours of Blops.
Nice.
With a bunch of NooBToobers. We were just like, I was like Smokestorm, a bunch of other people. We were just playing, just like, okay, cool. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
So they did. I mean, props to Treyarch.
Yeah,
like they took everything that was, like all the things that people were complaining about, and they're fine tuning it.
Yeah, and the fact that they patched it so, because like one of the big things about Infinity Ward that a lot of valid complaints were that there were so many problems with the game that it took forever to patch.
Yeah.
Like, and some things they never patched. One Man Army and fucking the NooBTooB.
Yeah.
Annoying, and it still hasn't been patched as far as I know, right? So they had issues, but this one they've been so like responsive, and it like that makes me feel good because the glitches are going to be found, as much of the things are going to be found, and I had a ton of fun. And guess what? 4 hours played.
Yeah.
I didn't play Nuketown once.
Which is the map you fucking hated.
I think they heard me. They heard it. It was like, ooh, let's it's just like, let's put it to 0.01%, incidence rate or something like that.
That's great. That's excellent.
Dude, I'm seriously like everything about it now. It's just like it's a ton of fun. I really enjoyed myself as much as Modern Warfare 2 at this point. I don't feel like I'm going back because I think all my complaints were based off things that they just fixed.
Fantastic.
So, woo!
And the last one up is Mr. Leet with a game recommendation.
Hey guys. This is Mr. Leeds, also known as Creep and Clink, also known as Mr. Clink, from New Jersey. There's a game called Ilo Milo on the XBLA, but it's not, you can't search it and find it. You have to go on Kotaku or just like Google it. You put in like a security thing, and then it'll give you a code. But you guys should check it out. It's a really awesome kind of puzzly platforming game. It's 800 points to buy. Do it. Go try this right now. ILOMILO. Check it out. Peace.
Woo!
No, he said peace.
Wait, what? He
said
peace.
Peace
isn't what you say.
That's not what you say, son. You say yow. So if you type Ilo Milo into Google,
first hit?
The first hit is the game site. The second hit is get a free code.
Oh, shit.
So you click the second hit, enter your email address, and it gives you a code that you can type in your Xbox and try the game. So I did this right before we recorded the show. I'm going to try this game right afterwards. We went and you and I watched some gameplay video of it.
Looks really good.
Looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I think people might have already played it. It's already been on Windows Phone 7.
Yeah.
And as like a free game or something like that. And people love it on there, so I'm actually really excited. We saw the videos. It looks great. The code, I believe, is for the trial, right?
Okay, probably.
And then I think
because it's not officially for sale yet on the store.
You can even like go to like Xbox Live Arcade and like download it. So go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to do that right when I get home.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a full review next week, but go ahead and give it a shot. Any free demos are the shit.
Hells yeah! So, all right, free demos that are good games. We have many free demos that are
actually free demos of bad games are good because then you don't buy the bad games.
Well, yeah, but Quantum fucking Theory.
There's nothing good about Quantum Theory.
Nothing about it.
Quantum Theory. God, I still have nightmares about that.
I know.
I'm just
throwing a girl. That was
it's not fun. Why would you make a game so unfun?
Dude, somebody's gonna call in and force you to play it. All right.
No, they won't.
All right, that's our show for the week. Please visit our website, NooBTooB.com. Participate in forums. Click at the top of the page.
Hell yeah. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right up here. Also, rate this video with a big old thumbs up on my moving junk. So that's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozier.
And I'm using what's not there. Radio engineering is by Range Swim Fan. Strunk. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
We're out.